Welcome to Top Shelf Men. I'm Reese. Today, we're going to talk about why single mommies are more delusional than you imagine. So, recently, as I was scrolling through the internet, I came across a post by a single mommy where she gives 13 reasons as to why a man might want to date a single mommy over a woman without children. I mean, God forbid a man want to spend his time, his money, and his resources raising his own kids when he can raise somebody else's. But let's take a look to see what she wrote and see whether she has any valid points. Let's take a look. So this is the post by the single mommy. So we can see that she posted it with an image, and as we can see from the image, it is heavily photoshopped. I mean, it looks like it was taken with a camera from 2002 from the resolution, and you can see that she has heavy filters applied. If you look closely, you can see that she's wearing a top without any kind of support underneath, so you can kind of get a look at her goodies. But I don't know how good those goodies might be with those filters on, because you're not really seeing what you're getting. It's almost like when you go on a dating website, you match up with a girl, and then when you go see her, she's about an extra 50 pounds heavier and full of wrinkles. So, well, besides looking at what she looks like, let's take a look to see what she said. So here are 13 reasons why some men prefer single mom to a single lady. Number 1, maturity. Single moms often possess a higher level of maturity, having experienced the responsibilities of parenthood, which can help contribute to more stable relationships. So I'm gonna say that single motherhood does not equal maturity. I would say that it shows a lack of foresight that put you in the predicament where you're a single mother in the first place. And I would argue that being a single mother, you are in a state of need, so it forces you to be more manipulative. It puts women more in a mental state of like, oh, I need help. I need to find the beta bucks side of the equation because my alpha didn't work out. As you can see, I'm a single mommy. So it doesn't make them more mature. It just makes them more mission focused in getting what they want. That's why I would say it makes single mothers more manipulative. Well, let's look at her point number 2. Point number 2, prioritization. Single moms are adept at balancing priorities, making them more likely to appreciate and value a partner's time and efforts in the relationship. Now, I do agree with this point that she makes, but I agree with her for different reasons than what she states. Single mothers are able to prioritize things better, but what I disagree with is that it allows them to prioritize their kids over you. Versus when you're with a single woman who has no kids, no attachments, her focus is, oh, are we having fun together? Oh, are we enjoying each other's time? But have no mistake that when you're dating a single mommy, her priority is her kids. And they will tell you that. But not in the reference to the relationship, but they will tell you, oh, well, my kids are priority number 1. So I do agree that single mommies are better at prioritizing, but that is, they are prioritizing their kids over you, whoever you may be. So let's take a look at point number 3. Point number 3 is empathy. The challenges of single parenting can foster empathy, making single moms understanding and compassionate partners. You can see here that with her using the word partners again, she's a blue pill feminist where she believes the whole crap that men and women are exactly the same. And you're going to see this with the other point that she makes. She does not differentiate between men and women being intrinsically different. That's why she uses the terminology partners. And with that, I would say that empathy is for her kids. And what she's telling me here is that she's saying that her preferred beta bucks would preferably be at the same emotional level as her kids, or she would infantilize them. That she would treat, that I offer as a woman my empathy. I will give you my motherly love. So basically, she's saying that whoever she's with, she can offer to treat them like one of her kids. All right, let's see what her next point is. Point number 4, independence. I'm sure she's very independent being a single mommy. Single moms are often self-reliant and independent. That's why they're looking for a man, right? Which can lead to a healthier partnership, again with the partners, where both individuals maintain their identities, except when they need money. If she's so self-reliant and independent, so what does she want out of a man? who is not needed, a man who, as Rollo Tomasi likes to use the word, superfluous. Is it the beta bucks? Is she admitting here that, like, oh, you do your thing as long as you can provide for my family? I don't know. But it's very interesting that single mommies like to talk about independence while actively searching for a man to take care of them and their somebody else's kids. All right. So let's take a look to see what else she wrote. Number 5, life experience. Having gone through significant life experiences, like getting dumped by your baby's daddy, single moms can bring wisdom and perspective to a relationship. So, being a single mommy, we can safely guess that her most significant life experience is getting dumped by her baby's daddy and the baggage that comes along from being abandoned, along with her kids. And I can tell you this from women, for the most part, except for rare few exceptions, wisdom and perspective are not worth shite. When women are naturally wired to be solipsistic, and like all women, they love to change their opinions based on the time of the month because their feelings. This is why you don't take advice from women, and this is why you don't turn your woman into your confidant or your best friend unless you want to lose the relationship. You want to be downgraded from their lover to their friend, who they'd never bang. All right, let's take a look to see number 6. Number 6 is commitment. Single moms are typically committed to their children. We can agree 110%, but not typically always. Demonstrating dedication and loyalty that can extend to their romantic relationships. Okay. So right here, she's admitting that because she is committed to her children, you, for dating her, will never experience the best of her. You will always play second fiddle to her kids because she, regardless as to whether she's with you or she breaks up with you, she is committed to her kids. So you will never get the best of her. You will never get to enjoy that honeymoon period, and you will enjoy a version of that, but that'll be when she's trying to lock you down. All right, so let's take a look at number 7. Financial responsibility. Ooh. Single moms are often more financially responsible and disciplined, qualities that can contribute to a stable family life. Okay, so I'm going to tell you here, as a man, I'll mansplain, that financial responsibility starts with you not putting yourself in situations where you have to pay for things that you cannot afford. If they truly are independent financially, they would not be looking for a baby's daddy to help with the family, to be the father, because you make decisions with foresight, which I can tell you single mommies do not, by the fact that they are single mommies. Single mommies are the biggest drag on the welfare system. I mean, aside from new migrants that, that the government's dumping all their money into, whether you're anywhere in the West. So right then and there, again, just by the nature of her saying financial responsibility being a virtue for single moms, when every single aspect of society points to single mothers being a financial mess, you know that she's full of it with this point. But let's see what else she wrote. Next is number 8, communication skills. Juggling various responsibilities demands effective communication, making single moms skilled at expressing their needs and understanding their partners. Women don't care about men's feelings. They need out of you what they need out of you. They need you to either be the man that's the alpha, that's there to look good and lay down the pipe and make them feel like they're with a giant, or they either need you to be there to be the beta buck side of the equation. Women do not care about your feelings. They do not want you to communicate. This goes back to the episode I made last, where one of the biggest mistakes you can do is communicate your feelings to a woman. Because again, when this is an idea that sounds good to them in their head, oh, I want my partner, to communicate with me. But then when the guy starts sobbing, telling him his life stories and his struggles, she's like, oh my God, this guy's a bitch. I don't want to be with him. again, goes back to the fact that women like to think of things that sound nice in theory, but are very poor in practice. Think of communism, think of all current Western governments right now. Everything is great in theory, but in practice, and have no doubt that she will express her needs. She will express the needs of her kids, her own mother, her kids' grandmother, and she will have no problem shit testing you right away to basically be, oh, can you buy my kids dinner? Oh, my kids need this. Oh, my kids need that. Because that is your evidence. That is your proof of how much you love her, by how much money you can quickly start spending on her kids because you're dating a single mommy. All right, so let's take a look to see number 9 now. Nurturing nature. The experience of raising children can enhance a woman's nurturing qualities, creating a loving environment for both the children and the partner. Ooh. So, what is she saying here? That she's gonna treat you like a child? She wants you to hold you in her breast and have you suckle on her titties? And this shows me that mentally speaking, she's emphasizing her, I can nature my children, I can nurture you too. Again, women have this wish list of what the ideal man is, and that is, he looks like Brad Pitt, but he acts like a beta. But again, they love this thought in theory. In practice, they're disgusted by it, but they like it because it sounds good. All right, let's take a look at number 10. Realistic expectations. Single moms have more realistic expectations in relationships, having learned from past experiences and focusing on what truly matters. And I agree with everything she says for this point. The realistic expectations from her is that she is ready to settle down for the beta now, versus when she was without children, she was looking for the hottest, most exciting guy she could get. You know, with a little hypergamy, okay, he's gotta have some money, but that's optional based on how much money he's got, based on how hot he is. But with the realistic expectation, she's telling you that she's ready to settle down. Oh, you have a dad bod? That's fine. You make 6 figures, right? And from what she has learned from her experiences, her past experiences, is that she's not letting those beta bucks go. She's not going to let you escape the way she lost her baby's daddy. And like we truly know, with a single mother, what really matters to them is their damn kids. All right, let's take a look at number 11. Adaptability. Single moms often possess strong adaptability skills, crucial for navigating the complexities of life and relationships. And would that be the adaptability for her to get what she wants? The adaptability for her to kiss your ass until you've married her, or she can collect child support from you and she got what she want, and, you know, so she's adapted to that. So this is one of those things that's more like platitude magical thinking of like, it sounds good in my head, so I'm going to say it. All right, so that's kind of pointless, but let's see. Point number 12, resilience. Overcoming challenges as a single parent requires resilience, a trait that can strengthen the foundation of a romantic relationship. So resilience, I don't think she means by that is when you're pounding away for over 2 hours and she can't take it anymore, but she's resilient. I don't think it means that. I think by resilience is that she's claiming that she will tolerate you, that, you know, because if she feels that you are the best option for her at that point, she won't just simply drop you because she found a better beta or another alpha to have fun with. Yeah, it's interesting, but kind of, she says a lot without saying anything. All right, so let's take a look at number 13. Appreciation. Men dating single moms might experience a greater sense of appreciation, as single moms often value and cherish their relationships deeply. So what she's saying is that she's desperate, and because single mommies are desperate, that it's harder for them to drop a good beta when they have one. But mark my words, with the society we live in the West, the second she finds a better beta to monkey branch from, or the government says that they will use the force of the police on you to take your money from you and give it to her, she will drop you. Suddenly that appreciation and resilience will give up to that adaptability. And that brings us to the end of her post. What I do think is interesting is that she does mix in some truth with a lot of delusion on her post as into what single mothers have to offer over women without kids. And it's kind of interesting because it shows you that women intrinsically know the reality. Young, pretty women can drop any guy, get another guy quickly. Women that are single mothers have less options. And she, tongue-in-cheek, does admit this on this post. So I would recommend that you take a look to see my old viral video about single mommies, which is interesting. In that post, I talk about my 2 experiences dating single mommies and why I would never really do it again. But I'm not saying, never date them. I'm just saying never marry them up or take them seriously. If you want to play them and have fun with them, have at it. But just know that you are in for a bait and switch, where you are baited in with the prospects of having a girlfriend, having a relationship, and then you get switched with a family that you never made, that was never yours, that you have no authority, power over, but they gladly expect you to open your wallet for. So take a look at that video if you'd like, and don't forget, like and subscribe for more Top Shelf Men content. And let us know what have your experiences been with single mommies in the comments below. This is Reese. See you guys next time. Peace.